That's not how we act.
BBL dressing.
Is it recording?
Got her going.
You don't ever say 3, 2, 1,
Why?
so I know to get ready.
Are you ready now?
I guess.
I can wait for you. No, we can wait.
Mm-hmm. Come on, let's go.
Hey, that was all. Hey. Oh shit!
Welcome to the podcast.
What it do?
The suggestion box. I am your boy JASHAR.
I am Monsieur Toon.
Monsieur Toon.
Monsieur.
I love that clip every time. We should use
Every
that
time.
as a clip.
That should just be
just Monsieur Toon.
Monsieur Toon.
Yeah.
Shit. We just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what we thought of all the beef because there's too much to talk about.
So much.
We're kind of sick of talking about it.
Kind
because we talk about it personally, and then we got to come back here, and like it's oversaturated. Like everybody's For You pages and stuff like that. That's all it is. So we gonna lighten up. We gonna give our opinion, but then we gonna switch lanes.
Then we gonna move on.
Yeah, we just gonna move on to something else.
Fights after this and nothing.
Nah.
Go ahead.
Anyway, my takeaway, I think it's over.
Yeah.
Especially after the shooting that just happened. You know what I'm saying? And I think that they're gonna be like, especially Kendrick. Kendrick gonna be like, I wanted that nigga dead, but I didn't want him to be dead. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's over after that. My final take.
I hope that's what Kendrick
thought. Unless he's the one that put the hit on.
I mean, I don't think it was him who would have done that.
Nah.
I don't think so. Me personally.
Nah, he was winning. I mean, like why add insult to injury? Like why kill him when he's already dead? Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's a murder on a murder.
He was winning.
Oh yeah.
I don't feel like he won.
I'm gonna finish. Actually, you go first because now you said you thought.
What?
You thought Drake won?
I don't think Drake's won yet either.
But you think Kendrick? So
I don't think it's done.
Oh, okay. If it was
in my head, it's not done.
If it was to end now, do you think it's done? I mean, if it was to end now, do you think Kendrick won?
No.
Okay. Why?
I feel like there's a lot of things that just haven't been answered or like even talked about.
Like
from his camp.
Okay. Like who in OVO snitching?
Yeah, like
is that like no?
Was there actual snitch? Did Drake actually send somebody? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I want some receipts.
Yeah.
And there's a lot left open-ended right now, which is why I'm like, I was leaning towards Drake after Drake put out The Heart because I was like, that's some crazy information.
Yeah, but he also got some of that information wrong.
Yeah.
So like simple fact check things could have fixed what he did because he kind of did that in a couple other songs too, where he would say something. He'd be like, "You haven't had a number one since some I don't know." He would say something like that, but then you go back and be like, "Technically, this one." Like you know what I'm saying? Like he kept having those like little errors, and like one of the big ones was that like talking about him being molested, and then like also like, damn, you gonna talk about dude being molested?
Yeah,
but like
was crazy.
That was kind of fun.
But it felt like he was kind of like psychologically digging into like why this would be projected towards him.
Yeah, but he wasn't molested.
I was like, I understand where he's going. Yeah, and I heard that part, and I was like, that's not.
That's why it's like, I do want fact check. I think that's actually.
But that's like one thing that's like really bothering me though, is that like Drake's name has been like straight up soiled, like with the whole. What?
Yeah, go continue.
No, I'm just saying like
no.
Everything's like being soiled right now without like any like accusations or like any type of proof or anything, which I think kind of sucks. But then it's like Mr. Holier Than Thou has like this thing is like huge to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for somebody who he's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like people just be like, well, what about Chris Brown? Like we didn't really think about Chris Brown like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we think of Kendrick as like that good, great guy. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of stuff on both sides that I just is not answered, and I refuse that it's done.
No, that's fair. I'll disagree. But the only reason why is because like of all the things that we need receipts for, if we don't have 100% receipts, we have those suspicions. Because like Drake might not be a pedophile. He'd be doing pedophile-like stuff though. Like telling Billie Eilish, can't wait till you turn 18. Or like she was like, I'm turning 18 next week. He's like, can't wait. Why? That whole Millie Bobby Brown stuff. It's like, you know what I mean? There's a trend.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, and he's followed other girls on it. He kissed that one girl on stage.
Yeah.
Man. You know what I mean? Like, so like there's like things where it's like what Kendrick's saying you could dig deeper.
Yeah.
Now a lot of the stuff. Yeah. So that's why like it's easier for me to be like, oh, Kendrick, because some of it has some, even if it's not 100% true, and it is rap beef, you have something to go off of.
Right.
Where I feel like some of the stuff that Drake's saying, I need the receipts.
Right.
Because it's so, you know, like, so out in left field. And because he's already, like, not lied, but exaggerated some stuff that's already been disproved, it's tough to, it's like you lost trust once, it's tough for me to trust again.
Dog, I want his receipts so bad.
I do too. I want both of their receipts. Because I low-key, like, if Drake does bring receipts, I'm switching this whole conversation. I'm going to be like, Drake won. Like, honestly. Like, because, like, Kendrick's my favorite artist. If he pulls out these receipts of everything, especially, and no, actually, the main thing that I need is proof that he planted that. If I get proof that he planted all that information and this was a part of his plan, that's some anime villain shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like that music with dun 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 dun. That's what I was feeling. I'd be like, oh my goodness.
But see, here's the thing. I'm also blindly loyal to Drake.
Yeah, because the way that song, now this is why I also don't have confidence, the way that the Heart Part 6 sounded like a kid who just got his shit rosy. He's like, yeah, well, you know, when I said that, I didn't really mean it. Like,
oh, I ain't feel like that.
Some of it did. Like, it felt like he was kind of doubling back. He never denied that he was a pedophile also, which was weird.
What do you mean? He did.
Kinda. He was like, one, he said he was too famous to be a pedophile, which is not true.
That was hilarious.
That was hilarious. You a fan for real. That shit was weird. That shit
was hilarious.
And then he was like, I knew you were going to go that route. Like, that's like if somebody got a big forehead, and they was like, I knew you were going to talk about my big forehead. Everybody does. It's like, it just seemed like kind of childish.
Yeah.
And instead of just like, the whole song sounded like a double back. Like, he was like, like that little kid, like, I know you are, but what am I? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't. I wanted some grown man shit, and it just seemed very.
No, see, for me, it was the bars, and then blindly trusting that he's correct with this information he put down on this song. If I was blindly trusting that, then I feel like he won. Mm-hmm. However, there are no receipts, so I can't say he won.
That's tough.
I can't say Kendrick won. Even though Kendrick is riding on that nigga right now.
I think he won. If we want to go bar for bar, like straight rapping, I still think Kendrick won. I will give Drake his props because he's keeping up. There's the debate that's there. But I think that of all the things that were said and just straight bars and the way that the bars were constructed and how deep they went, like Drake had some like bars that are very direct, where like Kendrick's still very direct, but he also had some layers to stuff, and with how fast he wrote it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're thinking in that depth, being mad at somebody, and still, you know what I mean? And still
like it's crazy. Like it's crazy when you write and you angry.
Yeah.
Because like it really is like turning Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Like I wrote some like scathing shit in the past because I was mad at some nigga
Mm-hmm.
over in Chicago. I did this show in Chicago.
Yeah.
When I was on tour, and then some dude came up to me and was like, he hit me up like right after I had left.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yo, let's do some, I like your shit, bro. Let's do blah blah blah." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I was like, "All right, cool. Like, I'll hit you up." So I hit him up a week later. I'm like, "Hey, man, you still trying to do something?" He's like, "Yeah, hit my man." Hit your manager, nigga. You gonna text me directly and then tell me to hit your manager?
Yeah.
I was like, "Fuck this." So I wrote this song called "Lights Out." That's got some bars in there towards him,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Damn, like when you angry, like you write different.
Yeah. Yeah.
You hit that like a different level of yourself."
Mm.
And I feel like these niggas was writing at the tippity top that they possibly could. And that shit was crazy.
I think so.
Yeah.
I just think Kendrick. I personally think Kendrick won, and if, like you said, and I guess we can agree to disagree on like the rapping itself, but like as far as beef goes, I think we both agree that as of right now, Kendrick won. But if Drake has the receipts, Drake won.
Okay.
Like if it was to stop right now, I'd say Kendrick won and or is winning now. But if you can fact check Drake shit,
all right,
you see what I'm saying?
All right, nigga.
I'm just saying. I think that's fair. I'm trying to be a good friend because look, I don't give a fuck.
Bro,
Kendrick killed that nigga.
I appreciate it because I don't see it the same way, man. I really don't.
That's fine.
I really don't see it the same. But we gonna move on. Did you see the new
BBL Drizzy? BBL Drizzy. Yeah, all right, I'm done. All right, you talking about the new Superman suit?
Yeah.
Super suit Cypher? Sorry.
Ooh.
Bad plug.
That's a good song.
We getting a suit this weekend, and then we should take a picture and be like, Super suit Cypher. God. We should do a montage. Hold on. All right, anyway, back to Superman's suit. Yeah.
Did you see it?
I did.
What'd you think?
I've been doing that shit on iTunes. No. Tunes. I liked it. It wasn't much to like go off of, but like I liked it. You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Just trying to be optimistic, man. Same way you were with Drake, but like
you know what? I don't like the suit. The shit looked too baggy.
Yeah, I will say that and I don't know if he just can't fill it out because I don't know how big he's gotten. They were talking about how big he got.
Somebody did a comparison with like Henry Cavill sitting down in his suit, and I was like, that suit just looks so much better.
Yeah. And Henry Cavill built so it's like undeniable. You know what I mean? Like
it's not like the Shazam suit.
Oh yeah, that looked kind of
with the fake muscles on it.
Come on. Hey, at least it's not as bad as the old Batman suit that had the nipples on it.
Ooh.
The George Clooney boys. That was weird. Who designed that?
Well, apparently, they said that the original design was supposed to be that their suits were like modeled off of like Greek gods. So it's supposed to be Greek god suits, which is why they included the nipples on it.
Have you seen like Greek armor? Greek armor don't got the nipples on them.
They don't. You're talking about the actual bods of gods.
Oh. Okay.
So they put the nipples on there.
That don't make sense still.
To make it look more godly for Batman.
Sure. But like that's weird because that plays on that weird Batman versus Superman thing where that trope that they were trying to hit. He's make a mess. Made a little mess.
My bad. What happened?
You know, that's what I was waiting on. I was hoping you were gonna find it. You got it. Good. There you go.
Is this picking up all this? You hear me chewing?
Yo, what? Because I saw you trying to eat that cookie quiet. It wasn't working. Look. I can't wait to listen back at this audio. Why are you looking at it like they can see you in there? Like the. Oh my goodness! What were we talking about?
We was talking about the Superman.
The Superman suit. Fuck.
The shit looks baggy. I'm a little worried.
Oh,
the suit feels more like a Guardians of the Galaxy suit.
Yeah, I was talking about the
skin tight Superman suit.
The gods and things. Remember in Batman or Superman when Lex Luthor was oddly obsessed with like gods and being gods and like devils and demons or whatever in the upper world, and that would have made sense for that. It's the way that he explained it, but still like no nipples on the suit. True. That's all. That was all I was trying to say. Cheese and rice.
He had so much trouble bringing it back.
It was, and like I did it, but man, that took so much brain power.
It's all right, man.
Just to go back and think.
Deadpool, Wolverine. What are the thoughts?
That's the only movie I'm excited for.
I honestly don't see anything else right now.
Weird. They announced that they aren't doing anything else. Like this year, that's the only movie slated for Marvel.
Will we get a TV show at least?
Honestly, I hope not.
I need some Marvel, bro.
You want another Echo?
No, but
because like I'm tired of these like street level heroes they keep throwing in. Yeah. There's a lot of other dudes. Make a Nova series. Put some money in there.
They were working on a Nova movie.
Maybe, I guess, whatever.
Make a Nova movie.
That's fair. They could do like
what is Nova like? Like what is he, like a space cop?
Kinda. You just have him be like you know how Invincible is?
Yeah.
You'd be just like that, but the Marvel version and less gory. It'd be more fun because the new Nova's young. Yeah, the new Nova's young, so he could be like. I had so many earlier.
When?
Remember when we swapped for the thing?
You was smashing.
Hell yeah! I was like, hey, switch seats. We're gonna switch seats. I sat down immediately. He was like,
I thought this shit looked dumb.
Honestly, my butt didn't hit the seat before I already started eating. Bro. I was like, yeah. So you see what I'm talking about? He was like, yeah. I go.
Damn.
That was nice, man.
I ain't even peep.
It's all good, man. I had to put a dent in it because I knew you was gonna finish it. I had to help you out, being a good friend.
I appreciate you, man.
I'm not saying you gotta lose weight. You've been losing weight. You look good.
Thanks.
You look. Sorry. No Diddy. But
For sure.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Only excited for Deadpool, and I'm happy that that's the only thing that's coming out. Because we were talking about it where
we ain't got nothing else though. That's what's making me sad.
I think they went too far back though. So we were talking about like quality versus quantity, and like they were going from like what 4-5 projects a year. Now you're back to 1. Meet in the middle. Like, why are you doing all these extreme one or the others? Like 2 movies.
I just heard that is they just announced it was gonna be like 2 to 3 movies, 3 max.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. But like, there's so much talk going on over there. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what's happening with Fantastic Four. We saw the casting.
Yeah,
I think the casting is kind of cool for Fantastic Four.
Yes.
You don't like Pedro?
I just that shit was weird. Is it? You know any Hispanic people named Reed Richards?
No. I sure don't.
Okay, that was, and I fuck with Pedro Pascal.
Mm-hmm. I like Pedro. I've liked him since Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah,
he was the only good thing in that movie.
He really was. It could be good. It was good, but it could be better. That shit was hard. But like
his voice, this nigga different.
So like I think that putting him as Reed Richards, when you already had John Krasinski, That was disrespectful. Like, why show him for one movie?
Just like a fan cast.
He was, but like he would have also been good, I think.
I agree.
And like Pedro Pascal, and it's not even as much of a race thing. I think it's partially has to do with that. Like, don't try to spice things up just because.
So you're saying we can't have a white person play Black Panther?
I mean, look, if they want to, just kidding. Fuck no, no, and like that's like that's.
Took the mask off. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I mean, wait a minute, bro. Yeah, what if the first Black Panther movie they like never announced the cast and they take it off and it's like Brad Pitt? I'd be like, did he say? I'd be so confused. I would have been questioning shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Nah, I can't. Nah.
I think he's gonna pull off the job.
I think so too. I think his acting is, but like, right. I'm like, when I go see a movie, I want to see like visually that you look like this guy from the comic books. Oh. And I think that first casting of Reed, actually, that whole Fantastic Four cast to me was like perfect.
What whole Fantastic Four?
The first Fantastic Four with like Jessica Alba. Oh. You know what I mean? Like that one, that casting, they all looked like the characters from, and that's what I liked about the early 2000s movies, is their castings looked like they were like you. Like,
except for Toby.
Yeah, he was the only one that was kind of off. Technically,
I've been saying that for so long.
Technically Hugh Jackman, but he made it work.
Yeah, dude, you know what? Before the first X-Men movie came out, I was so hyped to see like who was playing Wolverine. Mm-hmm. And then I saw Good Morning America. No, it was Regis and Kelly or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was on there, and he had an accent, and then he did a sing and dance number.
Yeah.
And I was crushed. I was a kid. I was crushed. Damn. I was like, this nigga's Wolverine.
You saw him in The Greatest Showman? I just saw The Greatest Showman recently.
I haven't seen that.
That shit was weird.
Yeah.
Why is Wolverine moving like
That's
that?
That's what I'm talking
about. That's all I thought like the whole time.
The background.
It was a really good movie.
But I saw this like before the first X-Men movie come out, and I'm like, why would you do this?
I saw it after. So like I had a different experience where I was kind of like, because like they were like Hugh Jackman, and I'm like, oh, I'm expecting him to be like, hey, what's going on? I'm fucking Hugh Jackman. Nice to meet you. But he's over there. Bobby. That's racist. Or whatever that is. I don't fucking know. But damn. Dog, but like, you know what I mean? Like, he had that accent. I was like, dog, what? Like, that threw me. Especially because I saw, and I think I didn't even know that he was Australian until like the third movie.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Maybe it was the second movie. But like,
that's deep.
Damn. Yeah.
But yeah, I saw all that shit and I was like, he's not gonna do this.
Yeah, no.
This is the worst possible casting.
Yeah.
And then he proved me wrong.
I had
time after time, like Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
You know that's
I love that. That should be slapping. Bro, I'd be by myself.
I need to steal that.
Do it. I'm cutting it out.
Cut it out.
Yeah.
Goody.
You don't need goody. Cut it. That was the same way I was with Christian Bale though. Mm-hmm. Is I didn't know he was British until after maybe The Dark Knight. Maybe no, it was before The Dark Knight. Batman Begins, had no idea. Mm-hmm. And then I saw something like I think it was actually promoting The Dark Knight. Mm-hmm. Shook. Mm-hmm. Like how? Mm-hmm. Hard. It's just fucking hard. Blew my mind.
Crazy shit, bro.
Yeah, but that's why those early 2000s movies, I think all had, besides like obviously like one or two, but like Professor X and Magneto, come on.
Actually, I like Professor X. I didn't like Magneto.
Magneto was a little, sometimes.
He killed the casting.
Oh, yeah.
But he looked too old to me when he first showed up. I was like, Magneto looks old and decrepit. He don't look like he can do much.
And what's crazy, wait, I'm pretty sure he's still alive too. And he was old then.
Yeah.
That's like Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman's been old my entire life. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's weird. I'm 30. I'm old. My whole life. All three of them have been just old.
Old.
Still kicking.
Still kicking.
Crazy.
But yeah, he looked old as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted, from when I used to watch the cartoons, the X-Men 92.
Yeah.
What?
You just usually I'm the one that love taps you. I just never thought I'd see the day. I can't wait to edit this, bro. I'm about to. Oh my god!
But you remember him from X-Men 92, right?
Yeah.
He was like kind of buff. Had the white hair, kind of buff.
He was like, he was like 50.
Yeah, he looked like about 50.
You know, but like, could one of them.
Ian McKellen looked about 80 in the first X-Men.
Yeah.
And we're not even counting what he looked like in the last one, Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Because Botox, I don't know.
Days of Future Past, do you think that was a good movie?
No.
Okay.
No.
When I first saw it, I thought it was great. But then I watched it
Me too.
a second time. As it more of an adult, stuff didn't make sense.
Here's my take. There's never been a good X-Men movie.
First Class.
Because of how it's connected to everything else.
No, and then I just remembered a scene when what's his name died, and he wasn't supposed. Darwin.
Oh yeah,
that's the most racist shit I've ever seen, bro. That's the most racist shit I've ever seen.
Yes, bro.
You killed the unkillable black guy.
Yes.
No way.
And he was the first one.
He was the first. Come on, that's crazy. That's crazy.
But yeah, in my personal opinion, I've gone through and watched all of them. I thought they were great when I first saw them.
Mm-hmm.
But as I've grown up, I've gone back and watched all of them and realized I don't like any of them.
Yeah, I feel that.
And it's not because of what Hugh Jackman was doing. I think he did phenomenal. He continues to do phenomenal. I think costumes, timeline is fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. It's wild.
Oh, you talking about like when Professor X was in that mind of that dude, kind of, sort of, but not really?
That, we could talk about First Class being in the 60s, and then next one being in the 70s, and the next one being in the 80s, and these niggas only grew up 4 years maybe. All of them don't have the type of powers, if I remember correctly, as an X-Men fan, to be ageless. They ain't all got those powers.
Yeah.
If any of them do, other than Wolverine.
Yeah.
Why is all these niggas the same age 20 years later? It's fucking stupid.
I see what you mean. They should have just kept it in the same decade.
Yeah.
Whatever those movies that went back in time.
Yeah.
That's fair. I liked X2. I liked but I mostly only liked X2 for scenes. So I think that if you look at X-Men for their stories, I definitely agree with you. Mm-hmm. Like some of them like either missed or like, and some of I didn't like the costumes, but at the time I did because like, again, it's the first time you've seen X-Men modernized, and that was like at a time where they were like trying to modernize everything. They're like, nobody's gonna like the original suits, so they changed all the suits and shit.
So Spider-Man came out, and then they were still on that tip with the Daredevil suit. You can't really give him a real suit. Give him a leather jacket.
Yeah, that's weird. But he looked like Daredevil.
He looked closer to Daredevil. Yes.
Even what's her name who played Elektra looked like Elektra in the comic books. That's what goes one thing. Closer. You see what I'm saying? Like, but they all looked
accurate. Is what I was.
Now the costumes definitely weren't accurate. That was the only thing that sucked about a lot of those early movies, is they tried to go too far away from the costumes. Mm-hmm. But if they would have done the costumes, all those castings, perfect. Mm-hmm. The castings they've been having recently, I've been questioning. Even when they casted, what's his name as Captain America?
Chris Evans?
Originally, yeah, I was skeptical. Because you also saw him as Johnny Storm.
That's right. I was a little skeptical about that.
Yeah. And then every other role that I had seen him in, he was like a funny guy. By the
second Captain America movie, I was like...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I changed my mind.
But that was even after the first Avengers movie.
Yeah. But then after that, though... Okay. Actually, here's a prime example. Who's your favorite Hulk visually?
Visually? What do you mean?
Like, would it be the first Hulk? Like Hulk and Bruce Banner. I'll even say that.
Like what they look like?
Of the three Hulks, which one was your favorite? Like style design?
Style design?
Yeah, like how they were
probably
done.
The second one.
Yeah,
With Ed Norton.
Yeah, and then Ed Norton
had like a modern look to his face. He didn't look like the old Hulk, like from the 80s comic books, which I always hated because he always had like that fat lip and tiny nose and stuff. And that's kind of like how they did Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. So I was more of a fan of like Ed Norton's looking Hulk.
I don't like Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner either.
Damn.
It just he visually and kind of how they wrote him sometimes. Like that first Avengers pissed me the fuck off.
Why?
All he said was one-liners about not making me mad.
Yeah.
Where like I don't know. Those lines were so bad. Like, and it was all of his dialogue. Because I just recently watched that first Avengers, and that was the only thing that stuck out to me that sucked.
Oh, you wouldn't like that.
Yeah, and he'd be like, well, who the fuck is he? He's like, you wouldn't like me. But he would never say like, you won't like me when I'm angry. Yeah. They found every other way to say, you know what I'm saying?
Like when the helicarrier was going up, and he was like, the Hulk and a submarine? What? I'm like, nigga, quit flexing. You don't even like this guy.
Bro. Like, oh my goodness. They would just do such weird stuff. Man.
Yeah, that was real cheesy in that one.
So corny. And then I never liked, I don't know.
Avengers. Hot take.
Yeah.
Avengers wasn't good till Infinity War.
I'll disagree. I think first Avengers was good.
I just went back and watched it. It pales in comparison. From the way they act, from the way they work as a team, everything.
I think Age of Ultron. Well, yeah, you have to. You have to show development.
True.
So they did eventually develop into like a better team.
True.
However,
I don't like to revisit those first two movies.
The only reason I don't like Age of Ultron is because of Ultron.
Oh, yeah,
like he's
that's fair.
Too not serious to me, and for some reason didn't seem like a global threat the way he should have. He was what city? Sokovia. He was a Sokovian threat.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
So you went from the Avengers who had to save the world in the first Avenger to save
invasion and all that,
to like a potential global threat, but it was mostly in Sokovia.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Infinity War, you know what I'm saying? Then you got those
fucking Thanos.
Yeah, exactly. Like galactic shit. Like there's even more like of a galactic threat in like Thor. You know what I mean? Like
shit just didn't feel real to the third one, to Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like if they felt like superhero movies, like I still think they're good. I'm not saying that they trash by any means. But you didn't feel like any type of weight to them until Infinity War.
That's fair.
Like even when Quicksilver got shot, I was like, oh no.
I wasn't even like, oh no. I was like, why? Because it was like, why introduce him? And then I
was also mad because I was like, you got super speed. And then on top of that, like when he got shot earlier in the movie, and the gun just grazed him because he ran in. He's like, I'm like, damn, they foreshadowing. This nigga
you're not wrong because like I think they were really emphasizing like just know he's not the Flash,
right?
Because like everybody probably watched the Flash show at that time too and was like, oh, bullets, that's light work. But Quicksilver actually in comics it makes more sense because he wasn't that fast.
Yeah,
he's fast, but like he wasn't speed of light fast.
Well, see, the problem is that Days of Futures Past came out before it. And we saw that Quicksilver dodge bullets
hard.
So
that's what oh my god.
That's why they made this shit.
You want to talk about that?
Like, what the fuck? He just died from bullets? We just saw this nigga over here.
That's the best
Yes.
speedster scene. Honestly, both of them. Anything with that Quicksilver in. Yeah. When the mansion was blown up.
Nigga did the moonwalk in there.
Bro. See, that's what, if they took that and put it in the Flash movie, that would have been a perfect movie.
Exactly.
But they took some bad CGI and
the movie's not good.
It's booty cheeks. I will never rewatch that movie. I'm still so angry about it. I'm still gonna watch it.
Because that's the only Flash I got, bro. It's the only Flash I got. It's not like we got like Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Be like, well, I ain't like this one. I like Andrew though. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. You can go back to the show.
We ain't got that with Flash.
You can go back to the show.
It's not the same, bro. You know cinematic is different.
I know.
I want to watch like 15, 20 seasons.
You're not wrong.
That's a lot of
that show
seasons,
kept going, bro. Just to be like, I gotta go faster.
Right?
How fast can you go?
And then it'd be like the next nigga. Oh, he's too fast. Then he's like, oh, I'm faster than you.
No, and then you gotta get the nigga. No, then you gotta get the one dude that's just like, run, Barry. Everyone's like, run. They're just like, damn. Barry. Goodness.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. However, it would have been dope to see him in the movie. Gustin Grace.
And it would have made so much more. That movie was so.
No, I'm saying like if he was the Flash.
They should just do that.
Yeah.
Like honestly, and it's so easy to do.
All you gotta do is like different director, different budget and shit. Like he could really be the real deal. So you can see like the evolution and be like, damn, look at this nigga now.
Yeah. And you don't have to do any backstory. You can just be like, he was in the Flash show. If you want to know more, go back.
And just rewrite his whole new story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He got a new family or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe some of the family from the show up.
Mm-hmm. He does another Flashpoint, but this time he just like, yo, and that would be kind of fucked up. Actually, that could be kind of hard. Yeah, but now he's just like content with it. Where he was like, I had messed it up so many times, and then I finally got it to this point, and now I'm just gonna act like everything's cool. Mm-hmm. But that's like a big reveal at the end of like a third movie. Yeah. And then you're like, yo, how many times have you done this? Right. He's like, yo, and then you could low-key do some crazy shit and fix the shit that Flash should have been. And then you can show every other movie. You could show Michael Keaton's Batman and be like, this didn't work. You could show Batman vs. Superman, Justice League, whatever. This didn't work. And then they could be like, Barry, we need you to do it again. And then you could just make the universe however the fuck you want. Then you could bring Michael Keaton back. You can make Batman Beyond. You can just do so much more. You can have another Batfleck movie because they already did that show, but they never did it. There's so much. I'm sorry. I just want DC to be.
That's fucking beautiful,
isn't it?
I want to see it.
It's so good. I just want DC to be good so bad. Because wouldn't that be dog,
bro? If DC is good, like literally, fuck Marvel.
Yeah.
Growing up, I was a DC fan,
mm-hmm.
and I didn't really like Marvel too much.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Marvel was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to watch the Spider-Man show and the X-Men show, but the Batman animated series was my bread and butter. Superman animated series, Justice League. That was my bread and butter. And then I was
Teen Titans, the OG.
Like, this is what superheroes supposed to be right here.
Oh yeah, all galactic
in the field.
Yeah,
I'm like, dog. Avengers never act like this. They never this cold,
bro. Even the X-Men was all dysfunctional too, all the time, bro.
To me, my X-Men. You're like, come on, bro.
Bro, even in recent comics, I don't know if you've read anything. My cousin shows me a lot of the stuff because, like, he still gets some, especially Marvel ones, and I'll be reading some of them, and they just, like, don't have real plans. I don't know how else to put it, but, like, they're just the most dysfunctional team. There was one I was reading. They sent literally all the X-Men as, like, pawns. All them niggas died. And then they did some, like, go back in time thing, and we're like, yeah, we actually can't do what we thought we were going to do.
What?
Bro, it was so just... I don't know.
I just want some coordinated shit.
Mm-hmm.
I want
Alpha,
James Gunn to look at Unlimited. Look at what happened in Justice League Unlimited.
That's all he's got to do, copy-paste.
Copy and paste that shit. I want it,
make it live.
Down to the T, the way niggas is talking to each other. How they all mind linked with the Green... with the Martian Manhunter, they're all mindless, so they don't say nothing. You just see their heads move and their eyes turn, and then they talking to each other. I want to see that type shit. I want people to just be like, somebody give you a look, and then you already know what to fucking do. I don't want to do that. Are you out there? Where are you?
Yeah.
I'm sick of that Avengers shit, bro. I want some real straight up Justice League shit, coordinated to the T, top level shit. That's what I want.
Off rip.
That's what I want.
And then you just show, instead of having like their development, because like I don't think that their characters developed together in Marvel. I don't think their characters developed in like actually ever, like as like a team. From Avengers 1, they were dysfunctional, and then Endgame, that was the only time they were kind of functional, and then they were still dysfunctional. You know what I mean? Like they had like function to their dysfunction in the last movie. I don't want that. I want like just bigger galactic threats every time they go. Like that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like we have to figure each other out in order to succeed. Like, no, we don't need that. There could be moments like that, like if they did Justice League where Batman had all the shits, and then they're tripping. That would be so good to see live action. And then you could just introduce so many villains. Just like you could just get like a third.
Yes. And
like
that's why I thought they was heading in Suicide Squad.
They got
the
so
first
many
one, fucking Flash shows up, Captain Boomerang. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Batman showed up for like, Bloodshot.
Deadshot.
Yeah,
that guy.
So many different shots, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bloodshot is a villain.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, he popped up on there. Like, I just want to see some niggas popping up here and there.
Yeah.
And I want them to be coordinated to the point, like, I want these niggas to look invincible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool you get a couple hits in, boom, 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 boom. But then, like, when they wrap this shit up, like, they wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I don't want the, oh my God, we almost made it.
Dog.
Let's go get shawarma. Like, these niggas Avengers, dog. Like, bro, I love the Avengers, but they got niggas lucky. Weak as fuck.
They were getting lucky so many times versus like just being good.
That first movie, straight up luck.
It was a nuke.
If niggas didn't nuke the city, which was already crazy as fuck,
wild. They're like, yeah, we can get rid of New York. You talk about the most populated city, and all them heroes. Wait, what? What a plan.
But anyways, if that didn't happen, they wouldn't have had the missile to take up there. They didn't have anything to send up there in the first place.
Yeah, and the timing of it.
So it was lucky.
Yeah.
They got lucky in Sokovia.
Real lucky.
That shit was weird.
And like, it's... Actually, I don't even remember. I might have to go back and watch that movie just to see how they won. Because for some reason, I remembered them like damn near looking like they lost, and for some reason I was like, I wanted more, and not like more didn't come.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Come on, Infinity War?
No, I'm talking about Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
It just like didn't make sense.
And then it felt like they were kind of wrapping it up too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like they rushed to the end. Yeah. Like it was like because they had that moment where they're like, "What are we gonna do?" And then they were like, "This is what we're gonna do." And then it just kind of happened like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. They barely win every time.
Every time.
And I'm not saying I want to see like an easy win, but I want to see like some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Where they have to overcome some shit to actually win.
Like they could get to like a Brainiac episode, or like especially if you started with like Brainiac, because I think he's a good Justice League 1 fight. And then you got a bunch of robots. And then at first they're like not really together, but then Batman's like, "Hey, everybody, shut the fuck up and listen." Flash, take out the little robots. Superman, run through that motherfucker. Wonder Woman, help him out with the air. Hot Girl, I don't know who else is gonna be there. Green Lantern, help Flash clear this shit out. I'm gonna run through. I don't know, but they have like a whole plan and they just execute it. And then obviously when you get to Brainiac, you like, how do we do this? Something happens there. But it's still organized, you know, and it's still they're in control the whole time.
That's how Zack Snyder's Justice League felt for me.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like about that,
Flash got shot.
nah, that shit's still pretty bad.
Why they shooting fast niggas, dog?
Yeah, no, that's
That
actually
makes
what
more
made
sense because he's like an interplanetary being who shot him.
Yeah.
Makes more sense that way.
Yeah.
But even still.
Yeah. But not yeah, the Flash is fast, but they also showed how useless everybody else was besides Superman.
What do you mean?
Like nobody mattered except for Superman. Like so Flash, they were like, Flash, go clear the city. He's like, okay. So he's grabbing people one at a time. Superman carried an entire building, like a 5-story building.
That's the first Justice League movie.
Oh, we don't count that? That's not what
I'm
we're talking
about Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Better.
That's the Justice League I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's
Each one of them niggas was that one felt closer to like, you know, classic Justice League because it's like every nigga knew they had a job.
Yeah.
And then they fucking went and did it.
Yeah.
And they didn't get in each other's way doing it.
Not once.
Everybody knew what they were supposed to do immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right, we're here. Flash, go do your thing. He like takes off. I'm like, okay. Batman fucking drove in that
tunnel thing.
Yeah,
yeah, bro. I want to go back and watch that.
Batman drove in the Batmobile. Yeah. You know, whipping and dodging. Drives up to the side of the bitch. The boy blows up. He has the fucking jet chair.
Bro,
the jet chair any of that? Then them niggas came for him and he had the grapple hook. Was out the chair like,
bro, and they were cool with it. Then you got Cyborg just blasting them all from like a sniper almost, where he's like, "Hey, do you see to not no look shots and shit, bro?" And he's still calculating while he's doing all this shit. He's like, "I need to do this and then." Batman's yelling out orders. Hard. Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah. I'm going back and I'm
Gunn gotta do something over Zack Snyder's Justice League for me because like that last scene right there, I can't believe how he was able to make each and every member look important.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't do that in the first Justice
League.
First
Justice League. That's what I'm calling it.
Yeah.
The Justice
he was saying
League.
Like, oh, nobody could do nothing without Superman. This movie, they was like, no, you need this nigga for this.
Yeah.
You need this nigga for this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was like, oh. Yeah. Even Flash. Scene.
Yeah, he was clean in that. He's clean in that. Especially that last scene. That was clean.
With the music, the scoring on that?
Bro, and then that's what makes me so fucking mad. It's like you went from this and followed it up with Flash,
right?
But you had the blueprint,
which you know he saw it.
Yeah, I hope so. Because I've been seeing a lot of I've been seeing a lot of directors and or people are coming out that made these movies and shit. They're like, oh yeah, I never read the comic book before this, or I didn't even see the movie before this before I made this one. What do you mean?
That don't make sense.
Why are you doing this movie then?
That don't make sense.
They did that with one of the some Star Wars movie, one of the Star Wars movies. They were like, oh yeah, I ain't never seen a Star Wars movie. Why did you volunteer? You know how many nerds could actually do that job better because they know. Nerds. Man, look, if Warner Brothers was smart, they would kidnap some nerds from go to Comic-Con and be like, you in a room.
Let's fucking go.
Let them make something.
We know you know some shit. We know you know all the history. So based off of all this history and all this history, make this.
Yeah.
Watch some niggas get it done.
Make something crazy.
But this James Gunn, bro.
You did not just find another crumb, bro.
This James Gunn, bro, he got to make this shit harder than Zack Snyder.
You just gonna eat past that? For sure.
He got to make it colder.
I think, yeah, I agree.
I feel like I'm going to give him 5 years.
Damn. 5 years is crazy.
We don't have anything slated for a Justice League. So I'm going to give him 5 years before I'm like, man, fuck a Justice League. Because Superman don't come out till next year.
Oh, it does come out next year? Good.
So that means he got 4 years. Give me a Justice League movie.
Yeah. I want to see a good Batman and Robin movie. Because that Brave and the Bold, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I want.
But also, nigga who did Flash is doing it.
What?
He's already been announced as the director.
I want to end this episode.
Hold on!
Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell on that button so you know every time we about to drop.
If you liked what you saw, if you got your own opinions, you can form them in the comment section below, and we'll put it in the suggestion.
This